Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Having a few technical issues this afternoon. I'm going to continue making or decorating my Halloween journal, and the kit that I'm using for this is from Artymaze. I'd had a couple of people ask me about the strip, the fabric strip that I'd showed in my last video and how I'd made it. Lots of people do these, so I'm not, I've not invented it or anything like that, but I'll just show you how I use it. Unfortunately, I've only got this little bit left because I'm using it to decorate my journal with. But all that I do is the strips of paper that you have left over when you're cutting your papers down, so the tea-dyed papers, you can use any paper. Usually mine, roughly, I like it to be about 3/4 of an inch wide, so it's not too wide. And all that I do is glue random strips, pieces of paper onto it. The edges aren't glued down. I've literally just a bit of glue, stick it on. And I do that for the whole length. Usually what I would do is join a few lengths of paper together and just do a long, oops, oh dear, hang on. Knocking everything flying. Just join a whole load of strips together and then put the papers on. I don't worry about what papers I'm adding. I usually do it at the end of a project, so I've got some scraps left over, because you're not going to see a lot of these. If you look at this one, you actually can't really see my papers behind it because I've covered it with fabric, but it depends how much fabric and lace you're going to put on as to whether the paper gets covered, if that makes sense. When I'm cutting my lace and my fabrics, the little tiny bits that you get left over, I put into a little jar. So that's just full of little bits of leftover, literally, little snips of lace and things. And once I've put my paper on, and leave it to dry if you're worried about your sewing machine, but once my papers are on the length, all that I do is take this pot with me to the sewing machine. For this one, I did pick out the greys, the browns, the blacks, because I wanted it to be colour specific for this journal. But I would usually just take out kind of maybe neutrals, and all that I do is lay the lace or the fabric on, and I start with a stitch down the middle. And all that I would do as I'm stitching it down the middle is just keep adding little bits of lace. I usually do it at my sewing machine because I don't want to glue these down. So I just add it and stitch all the way down, just keep adding little bits. So I'd start with, say, something like that, start stitching, add another little bit, stitch, add another little bit, stitch. So literally just adding little bits and stitching, and I do all the way down the middle. I'd then have a look at it and think, do I like it or don't I like it? And I would add a few little bits more and stitch down either side. Let me see if I can find some more that I've done. I think you can probably see from this one, I did this one in blues because I was using it on a snow themed one, or a blue icy one. So these are kind of blue bits. So you can see the papers behind a blue, or the blue and white. And then all that I've done, if you look on the back, is 3 rows of stitching. So literally all that I've done is add a piece of lace and stitch, add some more and stitch. I've overlapped some navy blue and some white there. And I just keep shoving the bits of lace on, some loose threads, look there, little bits of sari, and that's all that I do. I just keep adding it as I'm stitching, and you can go back and add a bit more if you think, oh, I'd like to add a little bit of something there. I do 3 rows of stitching and that tends to hold it, and then all that I do is snip a bit off when I'm going to use it on my journal. And as you can see, this one, it's quite a long one, and I've just glued my pieces of paper together and made a really long strip, and then I just go to it when I've got a journal that I'm using that colour for. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. I'll just put this away and come back to you. So as I say, I usually do those at the end of a project when I've got lots of little snips of fabric, bits of fabric and bits of lace and bits of paper left. And as I say, I'm using this one all through here, so I haven't got much of it left. So where am I at? Now, for the ladies that don't like spiders, beware, I'm going to open this journal and there's going to be an image of the spider. So close your eyes, 1, 2, 3, close them. Keep them closed. So the spider there is behind the window of the envelope. And I've got the Tim Holtz lady just there. And I did this with you last week. Okay, you can open your eyes now, the spider's gone. I know some people have said they don't like the spider image, sorry. On the inside of the envelope, I had that little flap of the envelope that I've now added to it. So that's a nice big pocket in there. And I've put a journaling card in there. This is from, did I say these kits are from Andrea Allen? I think I did. I can't remember. I've started this video a couple of times, that's why. So Andrea Allen, Artymaze, I'll list them down below. I've put that image on there. And then I've put that one. This is from her Gothic kit from last year. Right, spider, close your eyes. I'll keep my hand on it so you can open your eyes. There's the, is it the death moth just there? And I've covered that page and I've put a little quote up there. What else have I done? The Sherlock Holmes page, this is the one, this opens up, we did it last week, the little booklet, and I've lost the tag that I've put in the back. Oh, it's there, look at the front. So that's going to go in the back there. And then I've got the little boys that I stuck on there, and it said, I heard a strange noise. So they go in there. I put some lace and it says fragile. I've added lace on there. And I've made this into a nice big pocket here with some lace on. And I've left that open because I might stitch it or glue it in the middle and it could become a little tuck spot maybe, I'm not sure. What else did I do? I had a white envelope here and I've replaced it with one that I found that was tea stained. So I've put some collaging on that and I've collaged on the inside. And I've just paper clipped where I want these snips to go. So they're just paper clipped on for now, but I'll be stitching those in as I go through. What else did I do? That one's going just there. I covered this envelope. If you remember, this was a white envelope as well. So I've covered that and I want to put that at the top of there. So that's going to go, another spider, sorry, there are spiders in this kit. No spider alert there. So that's going to go on there, but I'm thinking I might need to cover that. I'm undecided what to do because I could put it lower down, I guess, couldn't I? Yes, I might do that, stick it lower down. So that's going to go on there. And I need to cover the inside of that one. And I think that's about all that I've done so far. Yeah, I think that was all I did. Sorry, I was just trying to think. That was the back of that other big pocket that I did. And again, it's got a lace pocket at the back there. So I think what I want to do is decorate this page. And I have thought about it so that I'm not dithering around and faffing with you. So I've had a look at the papers that Andrea has. Now, some of these papers are from her autumn cluster kit. And I just love it. I really like that paper. I love it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make that into a pocket on there. And that's going to be a pocket on there. And I'm going to put that lady on there. And I'm going to put that on there as a pocket. So that's going to be that pocket there. So shall we do that? Take this pocket out. This is the reason I don't stitch my journals in. For anything, I don't stitch them as I'm decorating it because I just find it so much easier. And I think I can still leave that on there. That won't be in the way. So I just folded this, just messing about with it, folding it until I got it the size that I thought would fit. If you're not sure, you can make them out of scrap paper, you know, if you want to put a couple of pockets together. By all means, make them out of scrap paper till you find the size that actually fits, and then you're not wasting your digitals, are you? Or your book pages or whatever it is that you've chosen to make them out of. There is a right and a wrong way on that, isn't there? So I'm going to put some glue at the top of that. I'm just thinking that I might like to stitch around her. If that's going to go on there. And then I'm going to have that done that the right way up? Yeah, that's all going up, isn't it? And then that's going to go there. And that's going to be a pocket on there as well. So she needs to go roughly there, doesn't she? So I am going to glue her on. As level as I can get her. And I think I will just go and stitch around that one. So just bear with me a moment. Okay, so I've just stitched around her, and I think I'm going to do a little notch in the top there so that we know that's a pocket. And I will come back and put things in these pockets, obviously, at some point. So all that I've done is folded the paper over just to make that a nice tall pocket. And that's going to go there on the top. So I think that still looks fine. I like the textures of it, so I'm going to go with that. Now, is this my runny glue or my non-runny glue? Oh, it's my non-runny glue. That's good. I've got one that's really runny. I did try and write on the bottle, but as soon as I picked it up, it rubbed off. So I hope everybody's doing okay. We're into autumn now here in the UK. We've had some beautiful days, to say it's October. Nice sunshine with a bit of warmth left in it just to cheer us up. That's going to go just there like that. I am going to put that on there. So as I get to these pages that have this, I don't know what you call it, the fabric trim on it, I think I want it that way. I'm just going to add my glue, and I will stitch this on as well, just to be sure, because it is quite heavy. But I want it to stick out a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. So that can go on there like that. Happy with that. And then this is going to be a pocket. I'm just wondering if that has a right and a wrong. I think I prefer the thinner line at the top. So that's going to be a pocket on there like that. So I'm going to glue that. Well, I haven't cut the notches, look. Obviously just cutting the corners out to save. Did I start your camera again? I did. That would be just my luck, wouldn't it? Gaily talking to myself. Goodness me. I'm really enjoying these papers from Andrea. It's Halloween with a twist, isn't it? So it's a little bit, you know, spooks and spiders and things, but I don't mind that at all. I'm going to do this as a pocket on the front. Sorry, am I nudging you? Because I stand and tend to lean on the desk. Right, let's just see. I want that to be a pocket, and I want to see the red at the bottom. Did I say that these papers are from Andrea's cluster kit? I think that I did, but in case I didn't, that's where they're from. They are from Andrea's cluster kit, her autumn cluster kit, I should say. And I just liked the colours with this kit. Oops, that's all I need to do, isn't it? So I'm going to put that on there like that. Now I'm just going to stitch around that as well, because I want that to be a pocket there, so bear with me in a minute. Okay, I've just zigzagged around that. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, and I will put a little notch, guesstimating it just there. That'll do. And I'm going to put that there. I'm going to move it over because obviously with something in there she's going to be part hidden, but it can be a low tag, it doesn't have to be a tall one. And then we'll see what that looks like. Get the glue on. Did I switch you back on? I did. Brain certainly not in gear today. I've had a lovely walk with the dog this afternoon though, over the fields. That was really nice. just seeing the birds. I think most of the swifts and swallows have gone now. They disappear this time of year. End of September they've gone. But there's lots of young little wagtails wagging their tails at us as we're over the field. And the field fairs come at this time of year, which is always nice to see. Right, that pocket's going to go down there at the bottom. Right, let's get the book back. I can put this page in and just show you, whoopsie, what it looks like. That should be well and truly stuck. So that's what that page spread looks like. And I love it. I really do like it. I won't forget to stitch that on at all. And the reason that I wanted to put these here was I'd use this paper of Andrea's to cover this envelope. So don't forget that's an envelope that's covered on there. Still thinking what I want to do with that, whether to have that as a pocket or do it as have a flip out on it. So I'm undecided at the moment. I think I want it to be a flip with some paper, but I haven't thought about it just yet. So with it being all different kind of poisons and arsenic and tablets and things, I just thought it was good to use that. So we've got the little pocket there, we've got a pocket there and one just there. So that's that bit done. I wonder if that's going to keep falling out of there and be annoying. I wanted to put something on here and I've got two ideas on that. I've been making these as well with some quotes, some Edgar Allan Poe quotes, and they're from Mrs. Coggs, and I thought they might go with this journal. And I didn't know whether to add it down there, but I've got a few more that I've got, so I'm going to put those around. This I want to be a flip. That's got the skulls on it, and then on that side it's plain. So you could write on both those sides actually. And I had a couple of ideas that I wanted to do for that. One of them is to put this on as a flip. And I'm sorry, the spider's all over the place, so close your eyes. Put that on there. It says, I fear not the dark itself, but what may lurk within. So I thought that could be a pocket or a tuck there. I was thinking of a belly band, but I don't know what I've got that might fit all the way down it. And then it would flip out. And the other thing that I was thinking was one of the papers I've shrunk down to a page. And I was kind of thinking that could go on as a pocket and flip out. So what I'm thinking is this page has that on both sides. So I'm just going to put one side and one the other. How's that? Then that's that page decorated, isn't it? So that is what I'm going to do. So I think this one can go on this side. Okay, so first of all I'm going to add this. I've backed it with some paper, and this is just one of Andrea's cards. And I think I am going to have it as a kind of a belly band, because you could still write above and below it, couldn't you, if you wanted to. And then I'll find something to go in the belly band. Oh, this is my runny glue. How did I pick that up? Right, runny glue out the way. There we go. We don't want the runny glue. It just splurges everywhere. I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to stitch down those two. So let me do that. Okay, so I've done that as like a little belly band, so you can get behind that. And then I'm going to put it on here as a tag. Well, not as a tag, as a flip. So I am going to, this is my non-runny glue. I'm going to put some glue down the side. I like to put quite a bit of glue where the stitching is. And glue down the side. And I'm going to put some glue along there. And then that is going to go on there. that's stuck on there. And then what I will do is cover the back of this with something. This is, I want something that is going to be pale enough to be written on. And so I've got, this is Andrea's from her, oh, do you know what? She's got it in a red as well. It's Andrea's from, trying to think where it's from. Vintage Days, that's it. I thought I had it in red. Let me just have a look, one moment. I did. It comes in a red, a blue and a like a beige colour. I don't know why, I just want the red. I think it's because there are some red tones in this kit. So I'm going to tear that down there. Everything's collapsing around me, folks. I haven't measured how tall I need this. So let's have a look. It's going to go on there. So I'm just going to back this card with it. It's about there. It'll probably be too short, in which case I'll just add another bit. It really doesn't matter, does it? Or I can cut a bit off. Not too big. It's about right, actually. Unusual. Can anybody see a pencil? Ah, found it. About there. Cut that off. Is anybody else doing like Halloween or Gothic style journals? I don't know if this will be finished for Halloween. I don't know. No promises. But I thought if it's kind of a Gothic theme, then it might not just be for Halloween, eh? But I might get away with it. Because you just never know how long a journal is going to take to make, do you? Well, I don't. I don't know if anybody else. I've never timed it, actually. I think it's because I mess about too much. You know, I'll start a journal and then I get sidetracked very easily. Very easily. Not intentionally. Right, I'm going to put that on there and I can't quite see, so hoping to match that up. It won't match up, I'll tell you now. But that's okay because I can just snip, or you just snip across the bottom there, look. That bit does not want to let go of my finger. I just want to make sure that the edges are nicely stuck. There's only a tiny little bit there. I'm looking because somewhere, oh, I've dropped it. I say somewhere I've got a little sponge that I can just colour that bit of white so you can't see it. There we go. And then I'm just going to snip that corner and that corner so that they don't get bent. So then we've got a little belly band there that I'll find something to go in, and then that flips out and you can add something on there and you can write on that. So I'm happy with that. And then this side, I want to use this. So I don't need, let me think about this. I'm not going to need the bit on the back, the flappy bit on the back. So I'm going to cut that bit off. So I think I said that I'd done this 2 to a page. I will fold a little bit at the top. Just to support that top bit. So I'm just making a pocket that will wrap around the page. Cut that little bit off there. And then where they meet in the middle, I'm just going to cut a little V shape there, just so it doesn't get too bulky where the fold is, because that doesn't need to be. And then I'm going to glue those down. Sorry, I'm trying to think how I need to do this to make, oh, drop my glue lid, to make it fit. Okay, so I'm going to fold that in half. That's going to go on that page like that, and it's going to flip over like that. So I'm going to do a little cut just there, and the back one I'm going to cut off. Can you hear my brain ticking? Because that's going to close it at the bottom, isn't it? So let's just score that. About there. Like that. And then I can cut this little corner out. So that will be at the front and that will be at the back. They never line up, do they? So I can cut a little bit off of there. That look better? Not bad if I say so myself. Okay, so this flip here, I want to put this pocket. Do I want a little snip to show that it's a tuck to remind myself? Not that I'm going to forget that. Okay. So that's going to go on there like that. Trying to think how best to glue it. I think I'm going to do the back bit first. I'm going to glue the back first for sure. So I'm going to put a bit of glue. Yes, I'm going to put a bit of glue down the back there. And some glue along there. Some glue there. I'm not going to have it as a pocket at the back as well. I'm just going to have it as a pocket at the front. So I want that to go on there. And I haven't glued it all the way to that crease. I probably haven't even glued it very straight either. Who needs straight pockets? So that's going to go on there like that. That is glued there like that. And then that will go over there, liking it. I'm going to put a little bit of ink on there. And then to close it up, I'm going to put glue on these bits. Yes, that's right. Because then it would close up the same as it would if it was a normal pocket, wouldn't it? If not, I will be printing this page again and starting from scratch. Or I'll be cutting this flap off. How's that? You know when you think something's going to work. Will it work? I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. put my lids on everything. Okay, so that's going to flip out that way, and it is a pocket at the front. I just want to make sure I've not glued this corner. No, look, I haven't glued any corners, but it is glued down. Just going to add a little bit more glue. I didn't quite get to the edge of this pocket, look. A little bit of glue there. Brilliant. Love it. So that's going to be a pocket there. And I'm just thinking on the top of, off the top of my head, that I could have a little pocket just there. It says County Coroner. And I think that could be a little pocket on the back there. Yes, it is. How's that for a snap decision? So I'm going to glue it on. I need to go there as well, don't I? So that's just going to be a little add-on surprise tuck. And I'll find something to fit in there as well. Right, okay. How long have you been with me? 31 minutes. What have we done? Have we done very much? I've no idea. I feel like I've been rushing through it. I hope you don't feel that I have. Let's see what that looks like in situ. And this is the way that I work. I'll put a pocket in and then I put the journal back together again and just see how it's going. So that's on there. That flips out. I like that, and that's a belly band just there, so I'll find something that can go in there. We've got that bit. That's going to keep falling out of there. I might see if I can put a clip or something. I don't know. I might not put it in there. I don't know where to put it. That's my problem. There might be good. Can't fall out of there, can it? I'll leave it there for now, I think. I've showed you that bit. We've done that bit. So we did this pocket here. So we've got those pockets, 2 pockets there, and the 3rd pocket just there. I do love that. I think that's my favourite so far. I need to stitch that, don't I? I'm not, I didn't want to put any paper in here because I just liked this red, I don't know if it's a red or a pink colour with that, and the same on that side. I just loved it, so I've left it as it is. And I think I might just leave those and not do anything on those pages at the moment. That's the back of that envelope. Where's the back of that one that we've just done? Oh, it's here. So it sits next to this page. That flips out there and it's got a tuck spot just there. And it's a pocket just there. So I'm happy with that. I'm just thinking with this one, what I might want to do there. And I think what I want to do there is a flip, an extra page flipped out. So that's the back of my envelope. Let's take that page out. Have you got time to stay with me, folks? If I make this the last thing I do? Not ever, just just for this. What could I use? I've got this. This is from Andrea's Gothic kit last year. And I'm thinking that that could go on there. So on that side, it would be a pocket. Tuck spot there. It could be 2 pockets and put 2 tags. I wonder if those tags, if these, oh, excuse me, reaching, folks. I wonder if these tags, they're too big. Too big. And I don't, if you cut them off, there's going to be, but I could shrink them down and print them a bit smaller, couldn't I? or it could be one. I think I'll have a bigger journaling card in there. So I think I'm going to do that. I think that's what I'm going to do, folks. I am going to do that. So I just want to reinforce this bit a little bit. I don't want to fold it over because I'd lose too much. What have I got? That's not long enough. Not long enough. Nothing I've got is long enough. I'm just looking. How can you believe, or can you believe, I haven't got a scrap of paper that would fit down there? 1 minute, folks. Okay, so I've put a piece of paper on the back just to strengthen that, because that's going to be where you're tucking stuff in and out. And I think I want to stitch down there. Okay, let me go and stitch down it. Okay, I've just stitched down there just because I like it, and I'm going to leave the threads. I've left a few threads on this. And I think that I want that to be a pocket on the other side. Just got a little bit of white showing there. I usually do stitch all the way around these, and I think that is what I'm going to do. So trying to think ahead, I'm going to glue this on the front because I'm going to end up stitching all the way around this one. Oopsie. Oh, this is my glue that doesn't come out very quick. I'm gonna label them fast, medium and slow. That can go on there. I don't want it sticking out too far, but I want it sticking out a bit. So that's going to go on there. And I think I will end up putting a pocket in here, and I'm not sure, I may put a pocket on the front of that as well. Lots of indecisions at the minute, but I think I do want to put this as a pocket. So that would go on there. Just trying, oopsie daisy. Sorry, I'm just trying to line it up and I can't really see where I am. Oh dear. Just wants to go slightly that way. Whichever way I do it, it seems to go, it just doesn't feel right. Hang on a minute. There we go. That's where it needs to go, just there. So that's going to be a pocket. So I want to put glue on 3 sides on that. That was my slow glue. Now I've moved it. This is my faster but not too fast glue. Oops daisy. So I'm going to put a line of glue there. I'm hoping I've switched the camera back on. I did. I'm going to put glue down there, and I'm going to put glue down there. I'm going to fold that over there. Like that. And then what I want to do is open that up, but I want to stitch. This is going to be a flip, so I don't want to stitch that flip to anything, but I do want to stitch around this pocket and all the way around there. So bear with me while I do that, and then I promise I will let you go. Okay, so just clear the decks a little bit. So what I've done is stitch all the way around that envelope, all the way around it. So that's the front and the back, and that has stitched the ends of that pocket in. So I've got that pocket, and it's closed the other end of it, so that if I put something in, it won't come out this side. So then that will flip over that way, and I think I can fold it in that way. So I don't know if you can see, but it's got a lady's, oh, you can see it. It's got a very faint lady's face just there. So that's going to fold like that. You can still see that lady's face there. And then when you open it out, you've got the lady's face all the way across, so you've got two faces. So that's going to go in there like that. And excuse me while I bend down and get this other bit. That goes in there, and that goes in there. So let's have a look what that looks like. Gosh, it's getting quite chunky already, isn't it? So we've got the bird that side. I think I will find something to be a pocket just there. That's glued on nicely, and I have stitched it on as well. I think I'm going to put a pocket just here as well. And then when we get to the other side of it, that will come out like that. It's stitched so that it's not going anywhere. So that's obviously extra writing space there. I may put something here, undecided at the moment. I could do a little pocket that way. Yeah, I think I might put something here. Just trying to think, maybe a piece of lace or something. Don't know. I might have a piece of lace or something to go there. Or just a pocket, don't know. Don't know. Stop thinking, Carol. That folds like that. It comes over like that, and then we've got that pocket there that we can put something in as well. So I'm happy with that. I feel I have done quite a lot at the moment. And I've kept you quite a long time. I've kept you 41 minutes. So if you've stuck with me to the end, I really do appreciate it. And if not, well, I'll see you next time. But I hope you like where I am at the moment with this. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, folks. Bye.